Welcome to the Pacific Northwest Region website on temporary hiring. Are you or someone you know interested in a summer job for 2018 with the Forest Service? Come join us. Now is the time to begin thinking about what kind of job you want and preparing your applications for temporary jobs. This video will give you some tips and tricks to apply successfully, a little bit about the jobs that will be available, and why the Pacific Northwest region is a place you want to work this summer. We work together to serve people and communities by ensuring that the region's natural resources remain healthy and productive for future generations. We call this the greatest good, and we've been united by this purpose for over 100 years. The Forest Service works with the American public in stewarding these treasured landscapes, resources, and communities. We look a lot like you and are diverse in our backgrounds, heritage, and viewpoints. Reasons for joining our team abound, everything from our people to our locations to our environment and making a difference. About 3,000 permanent employees work with us throughout Oregon and Washington. And each year we bring on roughly an additional 1,000 new seasonal employees. Many people love the jobs they choose as seasonal employees and want to return year after year. Once you are hired as a seasonal employee, you have many opportunities to be rehired. Even better, once you've completed 24 months of employment as a seasonal employee, you can compete for many permanent positions that are offered throughout the National Forest System. Connections with communities is at the heart of what we do. So in addition to the technical experience and skills you will need for a specific job, we're also looking for people who share a passion for the mission of the Forest Service, enjoy interacting with people from all walks of life, believe that working together with other people can often generate better ideas and solutions than working alone, and people who are active in their communities. There's great opportunity to compete for a huge variety of jobs in the Pacific Northwest. Everything from specialties such as fire, timber, recreation, biological science, natural resources, engineering, archaeology, to business and visitor services. So you're probably wondering, what's the value for me in working in a temporary position for the Forest Service? You can network with permanent employees and supervisors that in the future could be considering hiring you or recommending you to others for permanent employment. It lets you try out a different career field, get some experience, and put your education and previous experience to work in a practical work environment. You can make new friends and explore more of the outdoors and the local communities that live there and experience a broad range of what the Pacific Northwest has to offer. And you will be conserving and protecting the legacy that we leave for future generations. Resilient forests, clean and plentiful water and air, sustainable recreation, cultural and historical preservation, and more. In deciding the kind of work that fits best for you, you might want to ask yourself, do you enjoy working outdoors? The bulk of these jobs are field going, so there will be a lot of time spent outside. Or do you prefer being inside? We do have some office positions as well. Do you like being part of a team and working with forest visitors and customers? Every job demands teamwork and responsive, courteous interactions with others. We are an organization that demands inclusive behaviors. Discrimination and harassment of any kind are not welcome here. Do you like physically demanding jobs outdoors? A majority of the seasonal positions in fire suppression require strenuous physical effort, overnight assignments lasting up to 2 weeks at a time, camping and working in steep terrain with extreme temperatures. When you click on the link to the USA Jobs website, you'll see all the positions offered for national forests in Oregon and Washington during our application period. This is our primary hiring event, so while you may see a few single vacancies later on for hard-to-fill positions, the bulk of our hiring will be done based on the pool during our application period. So visit our seasonal hiring page on our website for dates and other details. In a lot of the job descriptions that you'll read, you'll find similarities, but there are some that certainly have unique opportunities. For example, some of the firefighting positions are for helicopter repellers, engine crews, and hotshots. There's also archaeology work and climbing rangers. Some forests offer remote locations if you like rural life, and some offer urban settings where housing and populations are denser. Certain forests and duty locations will have more job opportunities than others, and this is dependent on their seasonal workforce demand. So now I know you're thinking, I've got to work for the Forest Service because it's the place to be. So here is the most important thing you need to know and do. Sign into USA Jobs early and get your documentation and resume uploaded. Be ready to apply well in advance of our application period and stay tuned for updates on our website. This might require a little bit of work if you haven't applied on USA Jobs before. You will need to think about which locations you would like to live and work in and which jobs. Take a look at the map on our jobs website and explore both the type of work you would like to do and where you would like to live. Review the extensive job list when it's released in October. It will be featured on the temporary hiring website for this region. Look at the grade level, for example GS5, because that determines your pay. Look at the duty location because that is where you would be living and would have to move to for the temporary job. Think about which locations you most prefer. In many instances, you can select more than one location. Make sure your resume tells the story about what you are qualified to do and the work that you applied to do. Be sure you attach all files or documents that you need to support your qualifications or status. For example, veterans preference documents and transcripts. This is a very competitive process, and incomplete applications will not be considered for employment. We're hopeful that we'll be working with many of you this coming summer. Again, there are unique opportunities, fabulous places to work, and they may lead to lots of other opportunities. Please consider a job with the Forest Service in your future. If you have any questions, contact the National Forest Office that you are interested in working for, and best of luck with the application process.